with Troy Lynch.
It's been 2 years, but we finally have Razorback basketball back in Central Arkansas. Hey, everybody, welcome on out to Simmons Bank Arena here in North Little Rock. I'm Troy Lynch, and we had not one, but two Razorback basketball games today. Of course, we're going to start with the men, and then we're going to end with the women. Central Arkansas has been waiting all season to see the only game here in the capital city. However, they all left pretty disappointed. Arkansas men's basketball losing to Hofstra 89-81 here in Simmons Bank Arena. I want to break this game down in three separate parts. Let's talk about the missed shots. It was pretty ugly, especially in the first half. Arkansas only shooting 35% from the field, and that was just the first half. They only made 3 threes, and they missed 11. But you talk about the overall game, they shot 44% from the field, and they were 12 from 31 from 3. So it got a little bit better in the second half. However, you want that field goal percentage to be around 50%. And we got to bring up this one guy on the Hofstra Pride, Abayemi Ijiola. If you don't recognize the name, you probably should, because he was actually a former Razorback. He had a revenge tour tonight, 18 points and 14 rebounds. After the game, head coach Eric Musselman said that he out-efforted everybody on the Arkansas roster because he almost had a double-double in the first half. He was everywhere. But let's talk about Arkansas in the second half. It was a much better performance, well, except when they were down by 14 points. They eventually came back, and they made it a 2-point game, mainly due to J.D. Note scoring 14 out of his 20 points in the second half. However, they eventually lost control and still lost the game by 9. After the game, the press conference, let me just tell you, it was the shortest press conference I've ever seen Eric Musselman do, and that's because he was just that disappointed.
In the 7 years I've been coaching, that's the most disappointing from a competitive nature that I've ever coached a team in 7 years of college. Even last year's 2 losses. This is both these games. I'm disappointed in how we've played in a lot of different facets.
We all know that Muss is a very intense person. He's not going to take this lightly. However, the Muss bus, their only trip to Central Arkansas, ends in disappointment. Now the second loss of the season. So the Hogs are 9-2 as they have one more game up in Fayetteville before they start SEC play the week after that. But now we got to end on some good news. The Arkansas women's basketball team, they also had a game a little bit earlier today, taking on an in-state rival in the UCA Sugar Bears. This is how the game went. You hear that? That's the sound of basketball being back at Simmons Bank Arena for the first time in 2 years. First up were the women against the UCA Sugar Bears. Overall, it was a game of balance for the Hogs. 5 different Razorbacks scored in the double digits, led by Sasha Goforth. The Bears had no answer for her, scoring 17 points in just over 22 minutes. Right behind her was the fan favorite of the night, Jersey Wolfenbarger. A career-high 16 points for her as she shot 7 of 8 from the field. What was a little bit better than this guy's awesome dance moves were the Hogs from deep. 6 different Hogs combined for 11 threes on the day, over 42% from beyond the arc. Final score of this blowout, Hogs 82, Sugar Bears 44. The balanced attack from Arkansas helped the Hogs sweep every in-state opponent that they faced this season, while also picking up the 10th win of the season.
It's not going to be every year we're going to go 4-0. Those programs we're all hopefully benefit like we do, keep Arkansas kids in state as much as we can. And I hope by playing each other, there are some rivalries that are created as a result of that.
To be able to play down here and give them a taste of what we are and the standards we hold ourselves at, it was really exciting. I was grateful to be a part of it.
And just before the game, I was in looking at Twitter, and there's 6 or 7 young people that all said, my first Razorback game. And I brought that to our kids' attention that we've got a lot of kids that it's the first time they've seen Jersey.
A topsy-turvy day for Razorback basketball here at Simmons Bank Arena in Central Arkansas. Their only trip to the capital city. The women with a blowout win and the men with a really disappointing loss. We're going to break down both of these games even more tomorrow night on the